Hello, welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I am working on my Counterfeit Kit Challenge blog mini kit for the month of July. I have a bunch of stuff here. Most of my kit is basic gray with a piece of 49 and Market thrown in. This is the 49 and Market. It is from Vintage Artistry Hike More, and this one is called Abyss. I put it in for this side, but this side is also very lovely. I have the basic gray product that I have. This is from the collection called Lucille. And does it give me a date? 2012 is this collection. Might have been one of the last collections that they put out. It's a great heritage collection. This piece, of course, is a scrap, and it's got these flowers on the front that I want to fussy cut for embellishments. This piece has that for the background. This piece has that for the background. And then I have the sticker sheet, what's left of it. This doily here, I actually stuck down to a layout once, and now it won't stick back on the sticker sheet, but I've got some butterflies and wordy bits, borders, tags, and the doily. I put in these letters from American Crafts. These are from Heidi Swap, her storyline chapters. That's what that one's called. More Heidi Swap. It doesn't say which collection this is, but there's some frames and other little bits and pieces in there. 49 and Market's Curator Meadow rub-on transfer sheet. I'm hoping to use up the last. This is from, I think, a page kit from Nature Study, and what's left of it. You always get more product than you could ever use in the page kit, so I have those. And in here I've got some of my forgeries. You can check out the forgeries on the 4th blog post. I'll link that down below. The original kit, these were actually, what do you call, music notes. And then there's just some miscellaneous stuff in here. There's some tabs, a little title piece, some ephemera from, I believe it's called The Manuscript from Tracy Reed Designs, some wood veneer in here. This is a, Maggie Holmes title piece, and then some die cut like fishnet pieces. I think I was just playing with scraps that day. Freckled fawn wood veneer. This one says home, this one says story. These are another set of my forgeries. This is my lame attempt at making a cut file. Not great at it, sorry guys. And my mind's eye wordy bits, some frames, some journaling things and stuff like that. And then I've got pictures that I've pulled to play with. This is Angel. She was adopted by my daughter and her husband in late or early 2018. I'd have to go back and look at those photos, but I think it's the January, February 2018 folder that these were in. And then a picture of me from the same time frame. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna get started with a layout. All right, as I get started with taking off the branding strips from my papers, I want to mention that I'm also hopping along with Miranda Weber's 52 weeks of 52 favorite photos of everyday life. These are everyday photos, all of them. And I'm also using papers from my 100 patterned paper pile. This is a Facebook community group where we are encouraged to choose 100 pattern papers from our stash at the beginning of the year or the end of the previous year, which is what I did. Create a pile, and then your goal is to use them all year long and try to use up that 100 papers that you chose. All of the pattern papers in my counterfeit kit for July came from that pile. And so that makes me super happy that I was able to dig into and use up all of those papers in my kit. So there are a lot of things in this kit. This particular little box that I'm digging from here is from Vintage Artistry Nature Study. It is actually one of my favorite collections from 49 Market, which is good because I have a ton of it. And this was from a cluster kit. I think I said it was a layout kit or a page kit. It was actually from the cluster kit. And they always give you plenty of product for your money. And I had that whole little pile there left over after creating the clusters. So I am going to use my Some Assemblage Required distress tool to scuff up the edges of the pattern paper that I cut down. It is roughly 4.5 by 6.5 or something along those lines. And this, of course, was just from the backing. It was from the product packaging, the backside, because you know that 49 Market almost always puts something on the back of their packaging cover sheet. And so I cut that out, the striped piece, and I'm going to use that as a layer behind my photo. Now, I really love this doily, but it is just so one-dimensional, and I have put it on so many layouts, and I have pulled it off so many layouts that it won't stick on the sheet. Well, it is going right where I laid it, and you're only going to see bits and pieces of it peeking out from underneath my floral clusters. I did fussy cut all of the flowers that were usable on that scrap of paper from my kit, and so now I'm going to use every one of those. I think I get them all on here eventually. I start with just a few, and then I kind of spin them around the bottom lower right hand side of my photo, just kind of trying to use up as many as possible. They're really beautiful vintage looking flowers, and I think it's fun that they match the scarf that I'm wearing in this photo. I was on my way to church and was all dressed up. I don't remember exactly what I had on other than the scarf and a chambray shirt, which is one of my favorite shirts. I still have that. I still wear it. So I have a half of a label there that I'm going to stick up underneath my photo, and I am going to do my journaling on that. I'm tucking leaves and things underneath as I go, and I'm just hoping to use as much of this extra product from the cluster kit as I possibly can. There's buttons, there's chipboard, there's metal bits. There is just all kinds of fun product in that little box that is still left. I will go ahead and put this clip. Those are really thick. And I know that MK Gunn and Janet Fritz take those apart, and I think they only use half of it. I don't know where my tools are right now. Still unpacking, still trying to make things work. And so I am trying to make sure that I just use stuff at this point. I have that little label. It's a chipboard label with words on it. It says here and now, and I like that. I'm going to come in with the title here in a little bit, but I want to paint it, and I believe I do that part on camera. Now I'm going to kind of go through these rub-ons. I know that you can't quite see what I'm doing, but I've almost used up all of these rub-ons, and so I'm really just trying to get some more on here. This one, they both have birds on it. I really only wanted the grungy stuff that are behind it or around the birds, and those birds are actually going to end up getting covered up somewhat because I just want the kind of the splatters, the grunge, the leafy parts. I really don't want the birds or the fox or the butterfly on here, because I'm going to put butterflies on here from something else. But those are the bits and pieces that I'm going to use. I had to put a magnet on there to hold things together, and just going to kind of set things aside for right now as I try to make some more decisions. I don't know if you saw it, but I did cut out my branding strip, cut it down to use it as an anchor point. This is a freckled fawn. I'm sad that they're out of business. I always loved their embellishments, but that one says story, and I'm going to use my chipboard letters that are in my kit as well, and I am going to, my title will be True Story. And so I'm just going to pull off the letters that I need for that. And I will paint those, like I said. I do paint them kind of the dark turquoisey blue that is on the background sheet. And it's actually in with the basic gray papers as well. I looked at my forgeries. They're just not going to work for this layout, and that's fine. Now I'm going to come in with the paint. I cannot find my paint palettes yet. They might be in the last couple of boxes of my stash that I didn't unpack because I didn't have my furniture yet, and I was tired of piles. So there's a couple of boxes that I did not unpack simply because it just made no sense to make more piles. And so I am using a piece of backing from something, a sticker sheet or something, to paint it. And I did dab my paintbrush and just kind of dry brushed a little bit on behind the word story, on right on the paper. I am trying to get these letters painted as easily as possible, trying to use up the paint that I have on my glass board. Really love my glass board for mixed media. It is so much easier to clean up than just a regular matte. So if you don't have a glass board, you should get one. They're absolutely one of my favorite products to use in my room. And I do have a discount code, so if you're interested, my discount code will give you 15% off. And I'm going to try to layer up some more of these flowers, just kind of sticking them here and there, trying to stay true to the clusters that I already created. Here are the butterflies. Yep, stuck them on my hand, and I'm going to use my powder tool to take off the sticky. And the reason I do that is because I want to use foam adhesive under them, and if I don't take that sticky off, the wings will stick flat, and I just don't like that flat. I'm looking for another butterfly. I found that one is yellow, and I think that one works very well for this layout. And now I'm just kind of playing around with placement a little bit. I have not unpacked my paper towels yet that I usually keep in my room, so I will have to make sure I bring a roll of paper towels down eventually. So now I am just adding a little bit more. I've glued everything down at this point, but there's still more layers that need to be added, and I wanted to make sure that I added a few more. There's a lot of little twigs and other flora on here, and I'm just kind of trying to make sure I get the stuff on here that I want. I did bring in a laser die cut bow to put on top of that heart little charm thing that I have. Right now I'm looking for little bits and pieces, and I decided here to go ahead and use the bees. I believe I come in with 5 of them. And those I will absolutely put up on foam adhesive, but right now I'm looking for the rest of them. The first 4 were relatively easy to find. That 5th one, I think I just had kind of a hard time locating, and I have to go through all of that product that's sitting up there. And I found the 5th one. And there, I'm going to just kind of stick. All right, I got this layout completely done. I'm quite pleased with how this one turned out. I want to thank you for coming to my channel today. I really appreciate those of you who take the time to like, comment, and or subscribe. If you're new here, just click that button to subscribe below, and you can click that bell, and that will tell YouTube that you want to be notified when I put out new content. Make sure that you check out that blog post below. There is a second project going up on the blog with this mini kit, and I didn't do it on camera per se. I actually started it on camera, hated it, and ripped it apart. So you'll just have to go to the blog to see what I ended up with. I used quite a bit of product between the two layouts. I even used my forgeries, or one of my forgeries, on the second page, and I'm pretty much happy with how this one turned out. There's foam adhesive under the bees, under the butterflies, and under this flower here. Again, thank you for being here, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Bye.